Welcome back to Grains and Glass. While we wait for the hazy IPA to ferment, we're going to look at how to put together a catalyst. This video will show you all the features that you need to know about this amazing fermenter. Welcome back to Grains and Glass. How to put a catalyst fermenter together. Let me first say that this is probably one of my favorite new products on the market. It's called the Catalyst. It is an all-in-one fermenting system. Some of the great specs about it is it's acrylic, nice hard plastics, doesn't scratch. It's got a yeast collector, and also it's all in one. You're not going to get oxidation from transferring your beer. Everything works together. You're going to see this later in the series on when we're fermenting our beer, and you're going to see how this works to get your trub and your yeast down to this nice little mason jar down here. But first, let's talk about how to put it together. So what comes with the catalyst? You get an acrylic conical, a heavy-duty stand, a 3-piece valve, a mason jar to collect yeast, a packaging funnel, your tubing and shutoff clips, an airlock bung, and an airlock. Okay, how to put this together. It's pretty simple, but I want to just show you some tips and tricks to do this. First, you take the conical and you put it into the stand. That was hard. As you can see, it's got a graduation here, up to 6 gallons. You've got the lid. The lid has a nice silicone lip here. It does come off. It can be somewhat difficult to actually put back on, but if you feed it on from one end all the way around, it goes on nice and easily. Put the lid on. Now, what's nice about this is it has 4 latches. To get these latches to work best, how I figured out is put one on, and then snap the other 4 on. Once they go on nice and easy, you push down. It is a great seal. That's the great part about it. Then you take your 3-piece ball valve. As you can see, it's a 3-inch. What's nice about that is, compared to other conical fermenters out there, it has a large area for all your trub and yeast to fall out of. All you do is you screw this onto the bottom. Voila. Then your yeast collector screws into the bottom of this. What I've learned is if we put the yeast into the yeast collector before we put the wort through, then open up the latch, the yeast will flow up into it. Now, put your bung into the top of the lid and then your airlock. After about 10 days, you're going to want to move to secondary. Your valve's been open the entire time. All your trub has gone down here and all your yeast. All you do is close it up and then take this off. You can wash your yeast, you can reuse that yeast. There's a lot of great parts about it. Now, after that, you put it back on here, open it back up, get the rest of that trub and yeast out of there, do the same thing again. But let's say we're going to our bottling day. We're going to add the nice little funnel here to the bottom. Take our tube, put it onto the funnel. A nice racking clamp so you can control the flow of your beer into whatever you're using it with. I like using a bottling wand, and when we get into, if you're kegging, you can go straight into the keg with it. Close that up, open it back up, and you're transferring. No oxidation, nothing going into your beer. It stays nice and clean. One of my favorite parts about this is how easy it is to clean up. There's a very few moving parts. So all I do is I move it over, I take my lid off, take my airlock, take my bung, remove the silicone from your lid, unscrew the valve, unscrew the bottling, and then take your catalyst conical out. Now, if you take the top rack out of your dishwasher, this will fit perfectly inside, and all you have to do is put it all in there. It's 100% dishwasher safe, including the ball valve. Makes cleanup so much easier, and guess what? Your husbands and wives out there aren't going to complain about all your brewing equipment being laying around. So there's your catalyst put together. The great part about this is if you mention this video, we'll give you 10% off on all catalyst if you use the promo code Grains to Glass Catalyst online or just come on into the shop. Cheers.